Sean, you want to talk a little bit about what's going on tonight?
We are changing up some of the lettering on this little 55 Metro that we've had for a few years. We've done a ton of mechanical work for this car. Pretty much underneath bumper to bumper, it's all new, except for redoing all the brakes, which we're going to have our friend Jeff do later this week. And then this car will be ready to take when we do car shows. Star Custom Paint was the original name of the business. My dad started this in 1977 down in San Antonio, and I've always kept alive that part of the business with doing pinstriping and classic car lettering, and yeah, so we're just going to have a lot of fun with this little car and do some shows. And I just realized I sound like Ricky from Trailer Park Boys. And there's Tristan, the entered apprentice, lettering on the fender.
So Sean, did your dad do lettering?
We did lettering early on with a different method, almost impossible to explain right now, but and then I got into the lettering from that point forward. You know, we were primarily doing custom paint, faded custom paint, like on Suburbans. We did airplanes. We did Willie Nelson's tour bus one year, and then tons and tons of pinstriping. And it kind of evolved as we got more and more requests, more and more lettering. And then when I was in my mid-20s, I ended up owning the business with my dad. And I went, at that point, almost predominantly into lettering, and he was still doing custom paint and other things related to car customization. And since so much of the work that I design and do is vintage and distressed in style, we're kind of embracing that with this car because it's got some ratty paint anyway. So we're just kind of putting this together to make it look like it's been around since my dad started the company back in '77.
And when you say pinstriping, are you talking about the scroll work also? Does that, when you say pinstriping, does it include scroll work?
Yeah, the old school scroll pinstriping, still do that. Geez, these mosquitoes. And flames, all sorts of customization with paint on cars. You know, that's what we did for years and years on thousands and thousands of cars.
I think that's so cool what you said, that you found like one of the old cars that you did in Denton, or somebody had it in Denton or something like that.
Yeah, I've got pictures of it. It's at the pawn shop on Fort Worth Drive. Is an old Toyota pickup with all of the blue faded interlaced lines and everything. And it's one of the original jobs we did back in that one was probably done in the 90s. And what's funny is the custom paint we did is in better shape on that truck than the factory paint is. So it outlasted the factory paint.
Yeah, you should find the photos of that.
Yeah, I've got them somewhere digitally on the computer. Tristan's like, don't put that on camera. Dang, I thought it was supposed to be light enough.
Gets darker.
Oh, shit. Yeah, we're not going to get this done tonight. I feel gypped.
Here's the workshop. Want to say goodnight?
Yeah, thanks for popping in. We'll do some videos when this thing's all painted and cleaned up and everything.